Welcome everybody to the X1 Bros. This is your positive Xbox gaming community. I actually think we have a new brand now. One second. We have a new tagline. Hold on. Let me.
Are you looking it up?
Yeah, let me look it up because I remember thinking. I thought to myself.
Hey, we thought of this week.
It's actually really new.
I thought to myself.
Okay, he's pulling it up. Okay.
It is your positive Xbox and Game Pass community.
Okay.
That is our new branding, everybody.
New thumbnail and everything.
New thumbnail and everything. Yeah, if you go over, if you haven't yet, guys, check it out. We've retooled. What's the word? Refreshed. We've refreshed the look. Go check it out on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're at. We've got new thumbnails there. We stand out more. We still show up top 5 whenever you search Xbox, top 3 in some cases, top 1 in some cases. We are in the top 1%. That's right, the top 1% of all podcasts. Just look up what that number is, by the way, if you guys want to know about how many listeners we have, and times it by 6. What it takes to get to the top 1, and we're times 6 over the top 1%. I'm not going to say the number, but you can do the math. So go look it up.
Why are we still poor then?
We've done a terrible job of promoting.
Obviously, we didn't even remember our own tagline.
We don't even know our own. This is literally this is a hobby for us. Yeah, that's why. But
we're just chilling.
But yeah, go check it out. I think you guys would like it. Spicy redesign. I think it turned out well.
Thank you.
It was like we're like the Avengers.
Are we?
It was like a combination. Like Spicy used his design. X1 used his words.
My secret is I'm always angry. That's my secret.
Your secret, you're always angry.
What's yours?
Leave us, guys. Serious though. Leave us a rating and a review, please. Even if you have done it before and you haven't done it in a while, go leave us another one. Leave us a 5-star review on both those platforms. It really helps. Spotify has actually been pushing us to a substantial amount of people lately, and we couldn't have done it without you. We can't do it without you, and we're really grateful for all your support. So thank you for that. Also, for those of you that are joining us live, hi, welcome. Mm-hmm. We're on YouTube every time we stream this, once a week, every Thursday, over on YouTube, youtube.com/X1Bros. Come subscribe. If you want to support the show, become a member, get a loyalty badge, and some sweet emotes, get some behind-the-scenes members stuff, which we did share to the members, the new refresh. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know it sends you an email. Did you know that?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we don't know about what we do.
Yeah, we just show
We're
up.
just here.
We just show up every week. It's what we do. We did play Throne and... Can we start with Throne and Liberty? And then also Diablo. So you guys, I think Jordan the Man is actually... Spicy, did you beat Diablo as well?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
they already beat the
story part.
Vessel of Hatred.
So now the real game is begun.
Now the real game begins. But before I jump into it, Throne and Liberty dropped as well on Monday. And it is...
For everybody.
For everybody. It's
play,
free to play. It's an MMO. It's a Korean MMO. It is on the Xbox. I jumped in. Jordan the Man has jumped in. And I have to say, I've tried out and sampled a lot of MMOs the last couple years. The last one that I got into heavy was ESO. Before that, and I level capped it. Before that, it was Guild Wars. And all the three of us played that heavy together, Guild Wars 2. And then I've tried a few. I did Vanilla Warcraft a little bit. Jumped into Final Fantasy Online a little bit. This is the first one, Throne and Liberty. Oh, Black Desert Online did. Never level capped there, but played it a decent amount. This is the first one that has caught my attention since, I'd say Guild Wars 2, because ESO I played, but I didn't enjoy ESO. I really like ESO, but Guild Wars 2 I like more.
Sorry, that made no sense.
I didn't enjoy it as much.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant to say. I don't
Because you said, I played ESO, I didn't enjoy it. I love it, but I hate it. Oh, okay.
And so Throne and Liberty, it's very action. It is tab targeting, but it's very action oriented. The graphics are amazing. It fits well with a controller. The story is really good. And sometimes in MMOs especially, the story is subpar. You're not really playing for the story. You're playing for the grind and then for the end game. No, the story is really good here. It's not necessarily for everyone. I mean, no game is for everybody. But I would I would not go off of like, oh, I don't think I'll like this based on the style. Definitely play it out. Lazy Peon, for instance, for those of you that are big in the MMO space, you probably know Lazy Peon. He's hardcore MMO guy, reviews MMOs. He initially did not like this game, and then he did another video and came back. And Jordan and I were like, I don't know why he doesn't like this game. Like, this is really good. He came back and did another video and said, I was wrong. This game is amazing. It is a ton of fun. Now, it is Korean. Amazon publishes it. It is Korean, so it is pay to win. But it's pretty decent pay to win, and I haven't had to pay anything yet. I am going to be getting the battle pass, and I am going to be getting a $20 boost perk.
You're getting into this then.
Dude, it's really fun. There's some design decisions that they do really well. I mean, just look at the battle right here. So each weapon, your classes are tied to your weapons. You get 2 weapons attached to you, so you can combine them. I am a staff bow guy. And it's awesome, dude. Like the action there. One of the things that I really like, for instance, is your mount, the mount system. You are your mount. You turn into an animal. Like to run, I'm a wolf, but I'm probably gonna buy a freaking cheetah or something. And then that's how you run. But also you have air mounts, so you turn into an eagle and fly. You have water mounts. You turn into an otter and just go through the water like a demon.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a ton of fun. I'm very much enjoying this game. Highly recommend it to everybody. Again, free to play. If you've not jumped into an MMO lately and you're looking for one to scratch that itch, this is the one. Here's the thing. You can play it by yourself too. And like I said, the story's so good, it doesn't feel like an MMO. It feels like a really good RPG.
Yeah, because the way they break down their quests and story stuff is
also. I'll talk about that. The way they break down their quests, they have different sections of quests, and they basically have explore quests where you explore out an area, but they're divided into sections, and they reward you for each of those. It's just really well done.
Yeah, it's like Lost Ark if you've played Lost Ark.
I'm just thoroughly impressed with it. I'm really enjoying it. I think about it
I can tell.
at night, and I have not been excited for an MMO in a long time. It feels good. The world has scale, and the world feels really good, and it's complete one. It does what World of Warcraft does. In the respect that it's complete one world.
It's one. You can. There's no I mean, there's certain loading areas, but there's like the overworld is all one big world, which is great. So, but no, there's a lot of things they do that are the thing is that. Like you said, David, Lazy Peon's video is the best. The one where he says like, "Hey, this is how I felt, but I kept playing," and you know, he basically is having a lot of fun with it. There are things that are annoying about the game.
That has to do with it because it's Korean.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
The system.
Yeah, like there's a lot of systems, and the systems are very front loaded on you. Like before level 10, you're going to be introduced to a lot of systems. Now, some of those systems are really cool in how they work, like leveling weapons and stuff like that. But it's almost so much information. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot I can upgrade gear, or I can take this gear that I upgraded and put it into the new gear that I have, so I didn't waste anything. Like there's a lot of cool stuff. There's just a lot to it, which is very Eastern MMO.
Yeah, the one
like David was saying, there's the way they do their quests. It's all self-contained in chapters, so you know, like, okay, I need to do the main quest. Just go down the list. Side quests are in kind of like an exploration journal, similar to how, like, if you played Lost Ark had kind of a adventure exploration journal. But it's really fun. The event. What's fun about it is it's fun logging in and seeing just a ton of people around. Yeah, and that's what makes MMOs fun, and that's what, like, the launch of an MMO or the launch of a new expansion is always fun because everybody's logged in. You know, there's just tons of people running around the world, so that's what makes it fun.
Also, can I say about this game, and I don't care who hates me or judges me for it, it is refreshing to play a game where every female character you talk to is smoking hot.
Yeah,
like I'm talking super. Like, remember Transformers
even the
2
ones that aren't supposed to be are.
Yeah, remember Transformers 2 when he goes to college and you're like, what college is this? It's a college of supermodels.
Yeah,
that's what this game is. A game of supermodels.
To be fair, all the men are attractive too.
Yeah, everyone. I'm blown away. Look, that's your mount system right there, by the way. Oh, this is the tutorial zone. Also, can I say the way they do their tutorial zone is good? It's like 5 minutes long. Thank you. And it's just straight into the story. You go right into the story.
Jordan was just saying everything's front loaded, so your tutorial is like
you know, they teach you all the systems in the other city too. So the tutorial's kind of continues, but the basic movement combat tutorial is like only
Yeah, and that's
15
what this
minutes.
that's what this is. It's like a very linear
sets the world up for you.
and sets the story up in a good way. So, but the fighting is so much fun. Jordan and I did some questing together.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I like it. Like there's some things that are like David said, the mount system is really good.
Look how smooth it is.
I know this is a point of contention. Some people like that you turn into a mount.
I love
Other
it.
people like they want more of a traditional MMO mount.
no, F that.
I'm fine with this way. I think it's fine. I don't have any
Badass.
problems with it.
I am a wolf.
The only problem I have is the bird feels terrible to control.
Yeah,
Which is the flying one.
I
Well,
agree.
I guess more gliding.
It's more of a glide.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah,
really
this one's
bad.
way more smooth, and you're in control. The bird, you're not so much. The otter, also, you're in control. Dude.
Wait, why would it? Is it like
You're
when you
about to
turn
s-
off Spider-Man swinging and from auto mode or something? Like why?
Because you don't really fly. It really is more of a glide.
It's a gliding type thing, but it just the controls like you turn really fast. The controls don't feel good for it at all.
But the animations are really smooth. Like when you fast travel, you like instantly go into the air, like, and then you get dropped back down in your
Yeah,
new
there's
place,
no
and
loading screen
It's
for the
seamless.
fast travel.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's pretty
crazy.
quick. Yeah.
It's like whoa, and then everybody loads in. Now there's popping when you load in because of all the people, but it's so smooth. It's really cool.
Performance wise, we've been playing on the Xbox Series X, and it's pretty good. We've also been playing on controllers. So
Yeah.
the other big thing I see from a lot of people is they say the combat can feel clunky. Now, other than the bird.
Yeah, the bird does feel clunky.
And I do agree with people. I don't like animation locks. And as a warrior, there's some like animation locks that are kind of annoying, and how you charge it can be slightly annoying. But on a controller, I'm curious to play this game on a keyboard, because on a controller, it actually feels
really smooth.
it doesn't feel clunky. I mean, with some of my abilities, there may be a little bit of clunk, but the overall movement with the controller feels pretty decent, and the setup with the
look,
controller feels good too.
This is Lottie, one of your friends. Look how hot she is.
Yeah, she's smoking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, and she's like, in this world, she's like a 5. Dude, I'm not even joking. The first victim you come across is the sister of a
Victim?
girl. Yeah. She's like she's in hiding, basically. Because
Okay, part of the story or
because the
something.
people are trying to come get her.
Okay.
And let me tell you,
You're like, whoa.
you're like, what is? There's a masked princess that you.
What princess?
You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see.
That you're about to see.
Say hi to the princesses for me.
Yeah, she has no eyes and she's still hot.
Wow.
But what's interesting about this game is, even though it has some issues, being, like there is pay to win elements and this and that, it's fun.
Dude, it's a lot.
Like,
of fun.
and I'm playing as a free to play player, and I've not reached end game, but also, from that Lazy Peon video but from what I've heard around, you could play free to play and do very well.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's more. It feels. I mean,
Even though there is those pay to win
it's
elements, which no one's
definitely-
trying to deny, they're there.
Yeah, but they do it. They do it well. Like I want to pay for it. That's how. It feels almost like an option. It's optional. It's optional pay to win.
Yeah.
It's pay to fast forward.
Yeah. I mean,
Pay to progress.
it's pay to win. There's no denying it.
Well, but it's definitely not Diablo Immortal.
No, I don't think anything is Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal's the one game that made me. I used to think because people would be like, "Oh, that's really predatory of EA," and I'm always like, predatory. Like, you literally have the choice to buy something, right? Like, how is that predatory? You may not like it, but how's it predatory? Then Diablo Immortal comes out, and I was like, that's predatory. That is actually that one
what we
is
experienced
predatory.
with
Like
Snap, remember
the
Marvel
same
Snap?
coins, the same.
They would-
That was like, well,
they
okay,
had two
that
legendary gems that looked the exact
You
same.
didn't know which one to buy. How
Here's the other thing. So
Oh, but yeah, Marvel Snap. That one
they
was
have
kind of
this.
like.
They have this sidekick, the Amitoys, and this is an example of how these games.
We're back to Throne and Liberty.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So Amitoys is like this little assistant that floats around and goes, "Mee, mee, 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 mee,"
Yeah.
And an example of how these games just do such a good job of separating you from your wallet. You can buy the skins you can buy for your Amitoys
They're very cute.
are amazing, dude. Like, amazing. Okay, here's the bird part. Yep. So, like, super cool how it goes in and it looks smooth, but you're not
It's
actually
not.
flying. Like, see, when he's flapping his wings, you're just gliding.
Yeah.
Slow it down. What is smooth though is when you land on the ground, like when you transition. See how you just messed up there? But even look at those transitions. Look how seamless they are. It's
looks
very
really good.
well done.
Yeah, it looks really good.
You're about to meet Harry Potter.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, this is all still to the tutorial zone, but yeah, like look at that transition.
Yeah, that looks really good.
It's impressive, dude.
Yeah, it's a fun. It's fun. That's the thing. Like, I mean, there's all this other stuff in it. Like, I can't
There's
deny
Harry-
it's pay to
there's
win. But the problem is,
It's Harry Potter. His name is Clay.
That's a mix between Harry Potter and the Weasleys.
yeah.
It really is. It really is.
But the thing is like I'm playing it all week and I'm just having fun.
Dude, and at
Like,
night,
and that's the thing. It's like, man, I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm having fun.
I'm dead tired. I'm like, I gotta go somewhere. I'm gonna go do one quest and then I'll go to sleep. And that's what I've been doing.
And I've not spent. I did.
bought a $20
I
pack.
did. No, I bought a
level up
$10
pack.
pack.
$10.
Because I was halfway through the week and I was like, yeah, you know what, this is fun. I'll buy the level up thing because
Yeah.
every time you level up, kind of like ESO, like it tells you like, oh, you get a reward for hitting level 10, 11, 12. So they have the same thing, like a rewards track for actually just leveling your character. One of them is locked underneath, and that has weapon tokens to increase your weapon. Like,
yeah, it's like
enhance your
books.
weapon.
It's like books that you burn
So-
to upgrade your weapon.
So, and I'm sure, I mean,
And that's the
I haven't
currency
got,
they give
I
you.
bet you I get to the end game and those are like bountiful. So I just wasted $10. But I was like, yeah, you know what? This game is worth $10 to me. So I spent $10 and that's all I'm in. And it's just, I've been having fun with it.
Well, I
Like,
think I
it's-
am gonna get the battle pass. They have a season pass, also $10.
Yeah, but
And-
I wouldn't get it because you're already halfway through the season. You're not going to make it.
I'll
Not
just
halfway
pay.
through
I'll
the
pay
season.
$20 to get the full level up.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. And I forgot you can just buy it.
Done. That's what I love about these games. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You can just buy it all.
Watch, you're about to get a boss fight here, like the first boss fight.
So you just saw him do a grapple. The grappling system is a little janky too. There
Well,
was a
only-
quest. There was a quest chain I did where it was like a lot of grappling, and it was slightly frustrating.
Well, there are areas that you can only get to through grappling, and sometimes it's not apparent to me because I'm dumb how to get there.
Yeah, but no, like I mean, despite I don't want to call. I don't think the game has a ton of issues. There is some like things I would like to see improved.
Now, what was?
but it's
'cause
just- I'm having fun.
Now, what was the problem with Lost Ark? Like, what made you stop playing Lost Ark? Because you, as we were playing, you compared this to Lost Ark a few times. Also, published
well, that's
by
just
Amazon.
because that was a quick. A lot of Korean MMOs use the same similar systems.
Yeah.
You know, so like for example, the journal in here, in Lost Ark, they have, I forget what it's called exactly. There's someone in chat who knows, they can tell me, but it's like the adventure journal, and it's basically like an exploration journal. Like you complete different side things in zones, and as you complete them, you get rewarded and stuff like that. As you saw, they have an exploration journal in this game as well, and that's one of the things I was comparing. Like, oh, this is similar to Lost Ark, you know.
yeah.
So the difference is, I haven't played Lost Ark in a long time, but I believe Lost Ark became very pay to win.
What's interesting is Amazon. It's Lost Ark, this, and
But I did have fun with Lost Ark, like
what's
when
the
it first came
what's
out
the
and
other
stuff.
MMO that Amazon did?
New World, which
New
is actually
World.
theirs. They're not just publishing it;
Yeah.
like it's actually theirs, and that comes out. I believe it's at the end of this month. It comes out on the Xbox, which will be another. I'm actually looking forward to kind of. I am slightly bummed that you can't transfer. So it is cross play and all that fun stuff. I'm slightly bummed that you can't transfer your characters over. Like, so my characters on the PC can't be on the console.
But
But
if-
I am slightly excited to kind of start over
But
again
let me
with
ask you
everybody
this:
on the console.
from this
and
point
just,
forward, like if I create one from this point, will I be able to transfer it over?
no, you can cross play with whoever you want, but it's not cross
But it's
save
locked to-
or
oh.
cross progression,
Oh,
which I think is a kind of a miss.
yeah, that's a miss.
Like, I don't understand why Amazon can't do it.
I mean, they literally run the world servers.
Yeah, like you couldn't figure that out, you know? I mean, I still am, and I know people are going to get mad at me. I'm still like flabbergasted on why ESO doesn't combine their servers. Like, I know they tell us like, it's not possible. I think it's possible.
I think you're lying. To
I
us.
just think-
Hey,
I just-
Cinemax. I think you're lying.
I mean, it might be difficult. I mean, I'm not a server engineer or anything, and maybe it's difficult, but I think they have the resources to do it, and I think it would only benefit the game.
But look how beautiful this is for an MMO. Like it's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun, and it's the funnest part is just seeing lots of players out there in the world. And I've gotten invited to a couple guilds. I almost joined one of them because the name was hilarious.
What was the name?
It was pretty inappropriate. But it was
Whisper it to me.
it was
It's really good.
it was an innuendo on feeling good with other people. But it was pretty funny. Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
All right.
well,
that really narrows it down.
you're
Jordan.
right.
All right. Those guys, they seem like a
They
good group.
seem like they'd have a lot of fun in groups. Right?
Spicy, will you fast forward a little bit here until you get to the main town? I want to just
That's
Oh,
one
here
of
we
the first
go.
zones.
Yeah, now we're so one of the cool things that it does is every time you get to this is what this is. Every time you unlock a waypoint, essentially, it gives you this history of the area and does this flyby camera kind of introducing the entire area
It's,
for the waypoint, which is really cinematic. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's really similar to viewpoints in Guild Wars 2. Like when you'd go to a viewpoint, it would show the zone, and you're like, oh, they did a good job making this
Yeah, so
zone.
see, he
But a
just
little
hit that.
added flavor to this is it gives you a quick. None of them are longer than I would say 25 to 30 seconds. So
Yeah,
it's not
not
like it's
long
not
or
long, but it
tedious.
gives you a quick like this is
This is
such
what
and
happened.
such
It gives
fields,
you-
and it gives you like a quick background of like, oh, that's why we're here.
And then the story, the lore ties right into that back. Look, he already upgraded his mount, dude.
Yeah, he
This
spent some
dude-
money.
This dude spent some money because that's a
That's a mountain.
that's like a $20 mount right there. Okay, let's see. Is he gonna fast travel? Because I want to show. No, is he gonna fast travel? Fast travel, dude. This is the mission that you have to do your first fast travel on.
You got to talk to him.
Oh, there we go. Okay, he's got to talk to him, and then he's gonna go. Hey, now you can fast travel.
A lot of things. I mean, most of my stuff was voice acted. There was a few things that weren't voice acted.
quests
I don't know
aren't
if it was.
side
I don't know
quests
if it
aren't
was.
voice
I don't know if it was a bug or not because quite a few things have been voice acted, which is nice. Cutscenes are cool.
The main quest
stories
is voice
stories
acted.
interesting. Yeah.
The one thing is since it's so heavily tied to your weapons, if you spec up your weapons, you can respec them, but it costs you tomes, and that's what Jordan paid for.
No, it doesn't. I didn't pay for those. I paid for the weapon upgrades.
Yeah, the
that are
upgrades.
in the
But
thing.
what I'm
They're
saying
not
is,
tomes.
so you can transfer, you can change them, but it's really tedious. So that's the one complaint that I do see is that you kind of gotta know what weapons you
Well,
want
and that's
to get into.
that's specifically with like upgrading weapons because there's another thing because there's another system where you level up skills for your weapons, and that's the part that almost. I think that's the part that exclusively locks you in.
yeah.
Like if you go,
No, you can transfer your.
No,
you
you
can't transfer your
you-
skills. You can only transfer your upgrades.
your upgrades. Yeah, so like you can go halfway through the game like sword and shield, and you invested all this stuff into sword and shield, but then you're like, oh, you know what? I want to play with a mace. At that point, it's like not worth it to switch because you have. It's like you're almost locked into things, and that was like one of the things even Lazy Peon was talking about. Like, even he was like, even if they just sold me something like for a couple bucks, I would pay for it.
Yeah, to
To switch things. So, but there's things like that in the game. Very Eastern MMO, but it's like I said, all week we've been having fun.
Dude,
like
it's
I've
fun.
really not been complaining all that much.
There's nothing yet that has felt overly tedious at all. Like sometimes MMOs, the fetch quests are really tedious, and this every time like the exploration has been enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very cool. Spicy. What just off what you're seeing here and listening, what are your thoughts?
No, it looks phenomenal. If I had time to get into an MMO, this would be looks like it would be a fun one to get into. It's with what
I might play it tonight.
With what everything you guys have just talked about, I am overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm completely overwhelmed with the depth of what I'm seeing and the complexities of choosing a bow staff and then switching over to I don't want to deal with all the stuff you talked about that were pluses.
Yeah.
Feel like they're
you're
kind of
usually-
minuses for me.
You usually support in MMOs.
Yeah,
pretty hard support.
I like glass cannons from range, and I like support.
I already got your class for you. You would be bow,
Sure, yeah.
bow and wand. So staff is AoE damage, but wand is healing and buffs.
I do like AoE damage.
Wand is healing and buffs, but bow is DPS.
You could probably do a staff and a bow. Although there are you can look up guides. There are certain combinations that are superior for certain.
But I think Spicy would want. He's the heal buff guy, so he would want a wand.
But I think he'd want a staff too, because he's a
So
magical
he
person.
He goes staff wand.
Yeah.
Just be completely magical.
I would. I lean into things hard.
Oh, okay.
All magical.
That would be cool.
I role play a role play game.
Dude, the magic-
I like to role play games.
The magic animations are
I am a sword and shield and a great sword because the sword and shield is for tanking, and then the great sword just gives you that extra damage.
I'm a staff bow because I've got AOE damage plus DPS.
Yeah.
The bow has the
like
highest.
single. Well, AOE could be DPS too. Are you single target damage? So you're both
Yeah, yeah.
AOE and single target.
single target,
So you're
yeah.
kind of balanced.
Yeah, that was my.
Like, just so you know, like in Diablo, my build is completely AOE. Like, there's no single target like at all. And so when we deal with a single target, I'm not very good. But we've had experience when me and Jordan were playing earlier. When a lot of minions come, it's like just brush off. You know?
Oh, he's wand. He's wand. This dude's wand bow.
Wand bow.
He's a wand. He's a wand bow.
Yeah, it looks really fun. The game looks good. I don't have the time for an MMO in my life.
Oh, you do.
Do I? I don't think.
Yeah,
I
just
do.
played a few times. That's what I do. I just played.
Yeah. We need
now
a
that all the other games, I like I might log in tonight and just do like a zone, like a little exploration journal.
Yeah, we need a support.
Yeah, then we can jump into some dungeons and stuff.
I'll do
Like,
support. I
Yeah.
like support a lot.
just pull it up. And
free.
I would suggest.
free.
I would very much
It's free
suggest.
to play the same way Hearthstone's free to play.
Yeah.
for you.
I would suggest.
Hearthstone as a free to play game. I don't know of another game that I've spent more money on.
This might be that for you. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I would suggest if you do play Mark,
Yeah.
on the console at least, reduce the UI size. For some reason,
yeah, it starts out really big.
people
Starts out like my
like
wiener.
yeah, it's like huge, and it's like oh my gosh, like you can barely see your character. Like you gotta, they have a slider that shrinks the UI. I slid mine down.
Yeah, I have bad eyesight. Does
maybe
the
you
font
need it
go
now.
down?
It's not too small at all because that's what I was worried about. I'm like
Okay.
you. I'm like you. I feel you.
You can adjust it and find a sweet spot, but yeah, it's a little too much. I like clean UIs.
I do too.
Eastern MMOs tend to throw a lot of stuff on your screen.
I'm
Like
looking-
not
look at
not
what we're looking at now.
yeah.
Like I can't.
Yeah,
we-
this, yeah, so this
Oh,
is,
and the other thing.
so this is just your menu system that is
So
clunky. Like
yeah,
everything
the
runs,
menu system is incredibly
everything
clunky.
runs through this main menu, and like look at how clunky. So your top things that you need
All-
the most are right up top. Which
All
of course
they
the shop is
need
there.
to do. So on controller you have limited buttons, so I get that you can't hotkey it like you can on a keyboard. But all they need to do, Destiny solved this so long ago.
It just
Just
give
give
mouse.
me the cursor.
Well, what's
on the
stupid-
controller.
no, but here's what's
because you have
stupid.
to like go through the D-pad, but it never works. Then you have to A
No,
and B.
but
It, like
what's
it's just give
stupid-
me the cursor.
No, yeah, I agree. But what's stupid is some screens do
Yeah.
have the cursor.
Like on the map, you have the cursor.
And some screens, like the shop, you have the cursor, but not all areas of the shop. And so it's confusing. Like, do I have to D-pad over? Oh, no, I have the mouse now. Like, just give me the mouse.
Yeah, give me the cursor and just all the buttons, control schemes A and B are the clicks. Like, but just give me the cursor because it was. Oh. And guess what? You know what? Destiny does it, and it works fine.
Works perfectly, baby. Destiny did it right.
They solved it.
They did it right.
So
With that, shall we jump over to Diablo? Vessel of Hatred dropped. It is here. It is upon us. And these two bad boys, Mr. McSpicy and Jordan the Man, already beat the campaign. They went hard. Today I was at work and I walked in and I was like, Jordan, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm beating the campaign. I was like, who are you talking to? Spicy. He's going to beat it with me. I was like, damn it.
yeah.
I asked you to join, and you said no. And then you walked away. You said no, and
You
then
said
you left.
no.
God, I couldn't. I had to work.
Yeah.
I had to work too.
Remember, didn't I tell you yesterday or the other day? I was like, why don't you just ignore it?
I can't.
And you were like, ah.
I wish. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, I get it. I feel you, David. I feel you.
So I went into my office and cried. I could hear you guys in the other room.
Could you really?
Yelling at some of the bosses.
Oh my god!
That's stupid.
No, I couldn't hear it. My room is.
Yeah, I had to take a couple walks.
Did you? Did you really? All right, let's start with you because we've been talking this whole time. Spicy, Diablo, Vessel of Hatred. Now the story just picks up right from where we ended. Correct. Mm-hmm. And let's talk about that campaign story. Like it? Don't like it? How was it? What you expected? Because the trailers were awesome, particularly that last trailer with the freaking music and.
Yeah, the music was really good.
Yeah.
There was a scene in the game. I will not spoil anything, just so everyone knows. But there was a scene in the game where you're walking through an area, and I really feel like with the music, it was so good. I felt like I was in Lion King, and I felt like Mufasa was going to come out of the sky and say, "You have forgotten me.
You have forgotten.
So you have forgotten who you are."
Remember.
Like, and the
we're
music
like
was
in
so
the tropical Amazon type of area, right?
good. Well, it's in the jungle,
Nahatu.
and that specific area was
Jungly.
it was very jungly, yeah. And that's near the end of the game, but it was really the music was really good. I tend to always turn the music off after about a half hour. This is one of the few times I've left it on the entire campaign, which says something about the music. The story, I'm a really big fan of the Diablo 2 story. I think that's one of the coolest kind of stories that I've experienced, where Diablo 1, you're the hero. Diablo 2, you are now another character and you chase down that hero because that hero is something's wrong with him, basically. Yeah. This is very similar to that. It's you're tracking someone down. Obviously, I mean, you can see that in the trailer. And there were times when I was like, well, that's stupid in the story. But then it was like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense now. Like, things were answered itself. Some of the more complicated things where I did not recognize people. Just so you know, I've played all the Diablos except Diablo Immortal.
Oh, okay.
That's like the one.
Yeah.
And some things were confusing to me because they put some pretty big lore dumps
In Immortal?
in Immortal.
Did they really?
And so I looked some things up, and then some things made more sense.
That's good to know, because I actually was watching all the cutscenes from Diablo 4 with my wife just to remember and catch up, and I was like, honey, you're gonna love this, because she likes like supernatural storylines.
Yeah.
And it was nice to go back through because I forgot some things. But you're saying I should go back through all of them.
Well, I don't know necessarily you need to, because I mean, I just like to know who we're talking about.
They do like a recap at the beginning.
The beginnings, that's the recap of Diablo 4 though.
Yeah, they don't do a recap of everything.
But like, there are names and characters in the campaign that I thought were being introduced to me for the first time. In fact, they were not. They were from
past.
Yeah. Which I remember talking to you, Jordan, about that while we were playing. I just found it interesting that they did some, like chat saying, steaming lore dumps on a mobile game. But overall, I really, really enjoyed the campaign. There were, let me get this. I'm going to end on a positive because I want to say things that I was not happy with.
Sure.
Some of the boss fights were very unique, which I do like. Some of them had mechanics, and I like bosses with mechanics that you have to learn. However, there were some that were just annoying.
Really?
Really annoying.
Why? Tedious or just not fun
I think
mechanics?
I think the mechanics could have been done better. I liked the mechanics, but I think they were inconsistent and you got screwed.
They were trying to get you.
Interesting.
And that one in particular, well, one, they did the typical Blizzard thing, which I just like. I don't like. Does no one play that level like that? Like, I just don't get that.
He's talking about the map is monochromatic and the abilities of the boss are monochromatic. So you have a blue floor and blue abilities.
Opposite of your observation of Path of Exile bosses, the new one.
Correct.
Well, yeah. And then there's a particular, like, one fight, the mechanics were fine, but they did things that would, I'll just explain what the mechanic is. So, like, you're fighting this person, and during the middle of the fight, he goes, like, he goes immune, which that's a whole other thing that we can talk about. But
we don't like that.
I don't like
because
immunity phases.
Immunity phases slow down the game.
It just makes the battle last longer.
And it's just,
What's the fun part about Diablo? Beating the crap out of something.
Out of mobs.
And then when you're in a groove and you're like, yeah, I put my effort into this build and blah, 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 and all this stuff. I farmed forever. And then all of a sudden the guy goes immune for 10 minutes. And you're like, oh my, it's
Yeah,
like, it ruins the mojo.
Are they sending mobs at you at that point?
Yeah, but you're so good. You don't need the mob. It
So
doesn't matter.
Okay.
So no, this mechanic. So basically, there's a mechanic where the boss leaves, and what he does is he summons knights with spears in like a row of, let's say, 4 or 5, and then they come across the map, and it's a circular map. So you have to move and
predict where they are going to come and move out of the way, and then you can actually if they came from top left to bottom right, then you know that they're going to be top right to bottom left.
Yeah, you can kind of like say, okay, and so you're just moving back and forth, which I think is actually a fine mechanic. Like you're moving back and forth and stuff. Now, what actually makes this mechanic interesting is there's a circle of guys around you. Let's call them basically like the Praetorian from Gladiator. They like circle around you and you can't get out. Yeah. So you can't really go to the edge because they kind of poke you back to the middle. So like the fight,
but that sounds cool.
No,
it's cool.
It is
It's cool. Yeah.
So what happens is, and maybe this is just us, but what happened was they would start the knights would spawn at the edge and then they would come across and they'd come across and come across and then randomly they wouldn't spawn at the edge. They'd spawn very close to the middle. And it's like, and then they would just hit you, and it's like, well, how am I supposed to dodge that? Like, you're not even giving me time. Like, it was very frustrating because it was like you put that in there just to hit me.
Yeah, it was not.
Like, it didn't feel
like skill.
It was inconsistent.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and it was like, and it was random. Now maybe someone can be like, oh, well, you're supposed to do it like this.
Well,
but
actually, the Praetorian Guard they shift a little bit, and that's how you can tell. When they're coming.
And it's like
it's not supposed to be like that.
And it's like, well,
a good boss would not be.
Yeah, like why all of a sudden are all of them spawning from the edge? And we finally figured we got a pattern. We're dodging. We're doing the mechanic properly. And then it's like, wait a minute, we're gonna spawn like really close to the middle, so you don't have time to dodge again. Because they're long,
and it wasn't in rhythm like
no, it wasn't.
Come from outside, and then every 4 they go from inside or something.
It's like
maybe it was, but it sure didn't feel that way.
We played that boss 4 times, I think, which is annoying because he has so many invulnerability phases. Yeah, so we're just like, oh my
dude, get out here!
All right, here goes another 40 minutes.
And we were playing on a higher difficulty, just to be fair.
That's how you roll.
Yeah, because we were just like, we could do it.
That's how you roll.
We weren't speed running this.
Well, that's how I roll. I had to convince Jordan because he
because I wanted to speed run it. And then Mark was like, let's see how it goes. I was like, all right, let's see how it goes.
Here's my thing, David.
Yeah.
I can only experience the campaign for the first time once.
That's not a bad point.
I can rush as much as I want after another character but I want to enjoy the campaign as it's meant to be. I want to have tough fights. I do. I honestly do. There are things that annoy me in those fights, but I want to be like, oh, we did it. Okay, now we're moving on, progressing the story,
Fair enough.
I don't want to rush through that. And so I had to convince Jordan of the difficulty, man.
What difficulty were you?
He was on normal, and I was on...
Well, because normal's it's like efficiency.
He's looking at the math.
Yeah.
And normal will get him to a higher level fastest.
With the highest return on investment.
Yeah.
Time
Correct.
return on investment. Yeah.
Correct. And I wanted to enjoy, I wanted to hit a wall and figure things out and stuff like that. Which, by the way...
It was fun, though.
So it sounds like we're being really negative on the expansion. I wanted to put that there, like my challenges and difficulties and things I disagreed with, I guess. The biggest problem that I have I'm playing as a necromancer. Jordan's playing as the new character. It's really fun to
Spiritborn,
to play with the new character too. I think it's a really cool character from what I saw Jordan playing as. Although one boss was anti-melee, and so Jordan's just pissed the whole time, and because he's a melee character, so it's like
I had to make some adjustments and come back.
But my biggest gripe with it is. With a necromancer, and I'm doing a minion build because I love having a crap ton of minions.
Yeah.
And I like you blowing up corpses. There's blood all over the ground, and there's minions all over. I cannot see the end of death explosion like circles and the abilities. I just can't see them.
Which, by the way, on death abilities are absolutely retarded. In any game, I don't care if it's Diablo or what. A person dies, and then all of a sudden 6 things come out that can kill you.
Yeah,
on death abilities. I'm sorry, I don't care who you are.
It's like
they are terrible. In any game,
Yeah.
even Junkrat. It's terrible.
He hates in Junkrat. Even Call of Duty. You remember that ability in Call of Duty when you killed somebody and they dropped a grenade and then you die?
It's terrible. It's never
it just
fun.
upsets people.
It's never
the ultimate troll.
Fun. Yeah,
the ultimate troll from the grave.
How many times I got I'm just farming normal mobs. Jordan's out passed with his mount just passed. I'm just farming more normal mobs. I get frozen, and then my minions kill 3 bosses, and they all go off at the same time. Boom, 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 and I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I gotta take a walk.
Yeah, it's and you may think to yourself, well, no, I love playing the Call of Duty where I drop the grenade and get kills. 90% of the time, you're not that guy. I don't care what you say.
You're the
Or
guy
like, oh,
dying.
yeah, no. That is you maybe 10% of the time. The other 90% is you dying from a non-death effect. No,
And these are
there is
NPCs.
I have yet to hear a valid argument for on-death effects.
Yeah.
And that's any game, not just Diablo.
So it's just really hard to see a blue circle that's smoky on a blue and smoky ground. It's just Blizzard likes to do that. I think they like. I mean, look at this. Look at what we're looking at now. Everything is blue except our character, which is fun, But they love the monochromatic look. They love everything the same color,
Yeah.
and that just makes it hard. Well, like for example, the Praetorian Guard boss. Why did they not have his abilities be blue or be red or gold or yellow?
What are his abilities?
It's blue. It's a blue map, and they made his abilities blue.
Okay.
He did have like a fire swing.
I'm surprised
you know?
the color palette, because in the trailers it's a green color palette.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
because there's
even the
different. So
artwork
like
is green.
Nahantu, like a lot of it is jungle, but there is
It's a new area. he's
there
talking
is a couple different biomes. There's like a
Yeah.
mountain red rock area, which is really cool. So, but
about. Back to the positive now. I really, really like the campaign. I like the characters. I like the new characters that are introduced to me. I like the deities that are introduced to me that I did not know about before, but if I would have
Now-
played Diablo Immortal, I would have known about.
Does it leave you hanging, or does it wrap stuff up?
It does
or
kind of both.
a little bit of both.
I'll wait because I
Wrap
have my,
some stuffs up and then leave some
I
stuff
have
open.
I have some thoughts. So I'll let them.
So they hint at things throughout the campaign that is in motion,
Sure.
and it's buttoned up. But because of those hints exist, there's
more
obviously going to
coming,
be.
yeah.
Well, is it buttoned up because? Can I?
It's
Wait,
not.
wait,
well,
wait,
it's
wait,
not
wait,
buttoned.
wait.
Yeah, it's not buttoned up. Yeah,
But the campaign is over. I got the achievement.
the campaign is over.
The
Feel
achievement
satisfied when you complete the campaign.
I mean,
That should answer your question right there.
Oh, so no.
Yeah.
well,
so it does leave you hanging.
but see, with games like this, it's not necessarily like there's so much more to do after you've finished.
But
so
just
it's
just
not
the
over.
campaign solely by itself.
I mean, no. Well, let's give you an example. How many Diablos do we have? And the primevals are still an existential threat.
Well,
How many times have we killed Mephisto? How many times have we killed
I
Diablo?
think once, right? Diablo
Fail.
we've killed quite a few times.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're.
but I enjoy killing
But
them.
do we really kill them? They're the primevals. Hatred still exists, just like they said at the end of the campaign. That's exactly
Well,
what they said.
Technically, we
Hatred still exists, so what are we doing here?
you didn't really,
I know.
like
and
it
that's
was
part of
kind
the
of
campaign
like
too.
it was kind of like, oh, all right, like okay, yeah. I'll wait till you're.
even like technically we killed Lilith, before
But she's in our blood.
but she's not dead. Is she? Because
Well,
they don't say she's not dead, but she's not dead.
Here's like my thoughts
Now
on the
you're
game.
starting to tread into hints here.
Like spoilers?
Yeah.
Well, no, but like Diablo's not dead because
Oh, I see what
Well,
you're saying.
The same hints that were given in the base game of what's to come are the exact same hints that are given in this expansion of what's to come. And when you beat it, you kind of know what's coming, and that's what I want to get to. So how I feel about this game, and I think actually everything about this game, asterisks on the campaign, I think is great. The new level cap is 60, which makes leveling great. Leveling goes by quick, which is awesome for multiple characters. The new Spiritborn is fantastic. I actually really like that class a lot. I didn't think I would because it's not like my style, but super fun, fast paced class. You could tell,
fast pace. He runs right by me.
yeah, you
I
could
hate
tell
it.
like
I'm so slow.
They really like worked on this class and took some criticism of other like it works really well. I love the mechanics of tempering the rune system that they brought back from Diablo 2, although not the same. I still think a very cool way to socket your gear with it, and everything about the game I think is really good, and it's in an excellent spot. And like this is Diablo 4 as it. I think it's fantastic right now.
Yeah.
The campaign. the best way I can describe it, this is the dead man's chest of Diablo.
Oh, it's a trailer for the
It's
next.
a 6-hour trailer for what's coming.
Yeah.
But isn't that what you want?
No,
No,
I want what was
some.
coming, because what was coming
well,
is
I want something.
I know.
I want something. I want
yeah.
some conclusions.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Jordan.
Like,
okay, I get what
now
you're
look,
saying.
do I think the campaign was terrible? No, I think there was. I think the boss fights were generally okay. I mean, we had our gripes with them, but they were good. It was fun. We enjoyed it. There was a couple parts we made fun of because it was just, silly. But it was just, there were some fun parts. I don't think this campaign is as good as the original Diablo 4 with Lilith.
Because I can see much more conclusion there.
And I think this campaign is fine. I would give the campaign 6 or 7 out of 10. I think it's fine. It feels like a trailer for what's coming, and I want what's coming.
I get what you're saying. You were he was expecting things to happen that didn't
You
happen.
guys are talking so cryptic.
Should we just like
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
too. It's
yeah.
we
No,
can
no,
talk next week or like in a month or something.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I
get what
feel
Jordan's
like
saying.
it's a big trailer for what's coming. It's the dead man's chest to At World's End.
Okay,
That's the best way I can describe
Real
it.
quick, let's do some shout outs here because we got some super chats. First one is from Super Shocker. And if you are someone that just got gifted a membership from Super Shocker, please drop the BFF in chat. Drop Wingman status. This is why you come by and watch us live. Also, as a member, you get access to the members only shows and in the background and stuff like that. So
those that are now members stay till after the show.
stay till after the show and you'll get the after show. It's unadulterated. We all take off our shirts. It's fun. But huge shout out to Super Shocker. He gifted 5 X1 Bros memberships. Drop those new emotes. You all got tags. You all got loyalty badges for that. And then also Cooper, R56 Cooper, gifted 5 X1 Bros memberships as well. Huge shout out. Thank you very much. BFF, both Mr. Cooper and Super Shocker. We appreciate the support and thank you for that.
I think people that like Diablo, I really enjoyed it. I think you'll like it, David, when you play this.
I think the game is solid. Gameplay, leveling, the new systems, the new zones, the new class is phenomenal. Like everything about the game
they've added-
is great. My only complaint is the campaign was a trailer for what's coming next.
I can see that now. Okay.
I don't
You've
think
taken the goggles off of my eyes.
I don't think the campaign's bad. I think it's good, and I think everybody should play through it the first time, which you kind of have to unlock everything and go through it. And it kind of did redeem a character for me that I didn't really care for at the end of the...
We complained probably 90% of the campaign about a specific character.
Just one character.
Just how stupid this person was.
Yeah,
and then we're like, okay.
And then there was a point where this character was like, that was stupid. I'll be better next time. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
at least they apologized.
Yeah, like I get it. So no, but I just feel I think the campaign was fine. It wasn't anything bad. Like it was good. It was fine. It did just feel like a trailer for what's coming next.
I can see that.
And
I can see that.
And we already knew what was coming next because of Lilith. And then you're like, all right. And then you're like, okay, I knew this. Let's get to it.
And it is teased in front of our...
All right.
It's teased in front of us a lot, too.
They specifically, in this campaign, there's a part where they come out right out and say it. And you're like, oh, yeah. And then you're like, okay.
Yeah.
See
we're
you
being
next-
very
see you
cryptic,
next
David.
year.
But we're trying to be so people can still enjoy the game.
Yeah.
I just need to play. I'll play it this week. And
That's very...
I'll
it's
replay
very
it with
good.
it. It's fun because I can do another character and stuff, or I'll just play the same one and just get my Paragon points. And
very nice.
so, but
Yeah, look, it does look cool. The new characters look really cool.
and I know we complain about sometimes it's annoying that abilities get cluttered and stuff, but art style wise, the game looks good.
What they did...
I was impressed with the new jungle zone.
So what they did, there's been gross parts of the jungle. There's been happy parts of the jungle. They made the jungle, especially the Mufasa area that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It is a cool looking zone.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
cool.
is.
It is very good looking.
How big is it? How big is the map?
So the new zone is probably it's roughly the same size as the biggest previous zone.
I would say it's a little bigger than that.
Maybe a little bit bigger. I mean, it's not the exact same size as the whole map. I would compare it to a one of the bigger, like, was Dry Steps. No, what's the bottom left zone? That one was pretty, or maybe Dry Steps. I don't know. Or Skolag up north. It's comparable to a zone, but like you said, Mark, it's probably a little bit bigger than an original zone.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they did a really good job on the new mercenary system that they have.
Yeah, everything
I think
gameplay wise
yeah.
is really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's just it's
what a good
you,
time.
you play
What a
this
good
game.
week.
You
Yeah.
play this game and you have fun. Like that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just it's
until
nice.
you hit the bosses that piss you off. You got to take walks and go get a bag of chips.
Now, I'm praising Diablo right now, but Path of Exile comes out in what, a week and a half. So
Does it? I thought it
I
drops in November.
I might be hammering Diablo in a
I
couple
thought it
weeks.
dropped in November. No, am I wrong?
Is it November? I thought it was like 2 weeks after Diablo.
It's Path of Exile 2. Yeah, November 15th. So when is that? That's like a month from now? Yeah, it's a month from now.
All right, 4 weeks. So I was a little off.
you must get the chips.
So, well, that's good. I actually have a little bit more time to play Diablo. So.
Well, and there's the end game's pretty. We haven't even touched the end game at all.
Well, and just leveling is just so much better now.
That's cool. That's exciting. I'm excited for it. Everybody, that does us for this week. Thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out. Don't forget, Mr. McSpicy has a channel. Spicy, it's still Baldur's Gate?
Yeah, it's still going. I think we're on like episode 54.
I watched one. I watched two.
Oh, really?
I just have it. What's nice about it is there. You guys like make some jokes sometimes, and it's in the background, so I don't hear everything. And then I'll look over and I just start laughing because something happened. I don't even know.
That's actually what I want these videos to be. Is
Yeah.
just a second monitor while someone's working and just enjoy a gameplay.
Did you do that for this? For Diablo? Did you
No,
record
I didn't. I thought about it, but I did not do that. I should have. I'm doing it on other games that I'm going to be releasing.
Oh, that's cool. I'm excited. So, Mr. McSpicy is your channel?
Yeah.
Go follow.
Check it out. Yeah,
it.
it's on the show notes too, I think.
Play the
Yeah.
background is. Yeah, and follow mine, X1 the Gamer, every day. I actually dropped, it's a podcast now. So for those of you that want to listen, it's a daily Xbox news podcast every day of the week. Well, Monday through Friday.
Oh, that's a week.
Oh, that is the week.
It's a business week.
It's a business week. Yeah, American business week. I mean, if we were French, it'd be like
Monday through
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Tuesday.
And then it's illegal, right?
You can't. Then you can't. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you. Oh, X1 Daily is the podcast. Go check it out. Let's see you guys.